Hey everyone, welcome back to 3D6 Down the Line, the most criminally underwatched actual play series on the internet. This is part 2 of our Amuse-bouche for Cairn, 2nd edition, run by the one and only Matt. We are running through the amazing Amanda P's scenario for Cairn called Orestruck. I actually have a picture of that bad boy. It's right over there. Which is terrifying now that I see the picture of it. I have a feeling that thing is definitely not a cave-in
It's fine.
in the
Fine.
mines. So yeah, please do indeed check out. You can find links to find Orestruck and Cairn down in the description below, both for our video and our audio podcast in the description. And yeah, please don't forget to do your solemn duty, which is to like and subscribe on YouTube. Hit the bell icon to get notifications every time we publish new material. Also, you might want to hook us up with a Patreon subscription. That'll get you access to our exclusive Patreon Return to Domowa campaign ongoing as we speak. And don't forget that if you're watching this present, which is about mid-May, we are going to be at the end of June on the 26th and 27th. We're going to be heading over to Between Two Cons in Portland, Oregon, which just happens to be run by Yochai Gal and Brad Kerr and Skullboy. Yochai Gal is, of course, the creator of Cairn. So we hope to see all of you there. We will be live on stage running one of Brad Kerr's Old School Essentials modules on stage for the very first time. So it should be a lot of fun. Okay, that's enough of my jibber jabber. Let's throw it on over to Matt. Take it away.
Okay, everybody. Nice to be here again. Thanks for joining us. Let's go ahead and go around the horn. John, if you could start us off, just remind us who you are playing tonight.
All right, my name is John. I am playing the barber surgeon background off the top.
I am David, and I'll be playing the Greenwise background, Ash.
And I am Ted, and I'm playing Homburg, the Kettlewright.
Okay. You will notice that we have a blank square. I don't know if he technically is right now. He's dead to us, but we have hopes that Mike's going to be joining us soon.
Yes, in progress.
So let's get things rolling. A bit of a recap. An old favor was called in that brought you 4 to Pact, a small village that's in the Tannic Forest. As payment, you were given a lead on what could be a very profitable job. You're to rescue the geomancer Irmgard, who was lost in a mining accident about 2 weeks ago. And it seemed to involve some kind of huge monster terrorizing the mine and the surrounding area. Or maybe it's just a structural collapse. Who knows? Anyway, though, if you manage to rescue Irmgard, you know that there is a reward for 500 gold each for you. And if you are also able to bring proof that this monster has been handled, you can also earn a bonus of a cool 1,000 gold. In your progress, you learned that there was also a famous privateer named Captain Enid that may be somewhere in this area. There's a 1,500 gold piece bounty on Captain Enid and her crew. And it's a bounty that's aggressively being sought by a kind of a jerk named Flint, a coarse mercenary with a team of thugs at his command. You got started, you found some hints, you helped a troll named Grork repair the only bridge that seemed to cross the main river that runs north and south through the Tannic Forest, and you decided to make your way towards an area marked on your map that looked like some sort of a camping or rest area. However, on the way there, you found yourself in a part of the forest that had been damaged in a strange way. The trees seemed to have been exposed to some intense heat, causing a lot of their kind of sap to leak out. These are pitch pines in the area, and so they're loaded with like this heavy, sticky, gooey sap. These trees were damaged so much that they kind of bubbled out onto the road in front of you, making a large, very sticky, gooey puddle that crossed the road. The trees are very dense beside you. And while you were noticing all this, you noticed a figure in the distance that was kind of hunched over and slowly turned around. And where we left things off last time, she whipped out this book, this wild looking woman with flaming red hair. She had little bits of, I don't think we talked about this way, but little flecks of blood on her chin as she looks at you, the group of you, on the other side of this pool of sticky sap, laughs this horrible cackle, which I have been practicing, and you're going to get to hear. And she begins reading from this book. You hear this. And as she coughs, little speckles of blood trickle out onto her chin.
Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah. Indeed. No mothers were harmed in the creation of that cackle. We rolled initiative last time to find out who, in fact, was going to get to act before this witchy woman. David and John, both of you passed your dexterity saving throw, which is what you need to do in the first round of combat in Cairn to be able to act before the person who's attacking you. Ted, you didn't. You and your friend, Mike, failed. Luckily, Mike poofed out of existence right at the moment.
It wasn't a failure, Matt. This was me. This was a calculated delay. I want to see what's going on. I don't want to act rashly.
Oh, good.
The kettle right has to think before striking, right? When you're working the copper, you don't just start hitting it. You got to think about it a second.
Okay, yeah, that makes good sense. I'm proud of you. I'm real proud of you, Ted.
Out for me.
This is going to work out great.
We'll see how it goes.
All right, so David and John, you guys have the initiative. You see this playing out before you. You get to decide what your plan of action is before this person starts doing whatever she's going to do. Maybe she's going to read you a bedtime story.
So, can you explain this, like this burned pile of wood? So, it looks like a patch of wood that she's amidst is subjected to a great amount of heat in the recent past, but it created, instead of like a fire, it created like a sticky, sappy goo puddle.
Correct. So she is on the road ahead of you. She's not in trees. So the path continues straight on ahead.
Uh-huh.
She's on the other side, the far side of this gooey puddle of sap that's boiled out of these trees. It does not appear that these trees were burned, but you can tell that they were submitted to some kind of intense heat to cause the sap to boil out in front of you into this kind of pool of sticky goo.
Gotcha. So it's barring our path right now, but it is also separating us from this woman, right?
Correct.
Okay.
She's about to create some more sap of the spell book she's reading from.
Yeah, and we can't get to her easily. Do you have a ranged weapon? Does anyone have ranged weapons?
I do not. I can.
I have fire eggs that I'm going to try and throw one when I get to it, but I have to wait because I'm cautious and careful.
I'm picking up about the not being, I don't want to be around any trees, but are there any like boulders or rocks that maybe I can hide behind? Maybe with the potential thing of like hopping from rock to get closer to her?
There are not any rocks around, but you could like get out of the main site there and get close. But I mean, there are trees everywhere. You're in the middle of this forest.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I'll do that.
You're going to hop off the road onto the side?
Yeah, but moving closer to her, like running towards her,
So you're going to kind of like skirt around the puddle and get part of the way there?
Yes.
Okay.
I guess I have a root knife, which is, I suppose, a knife. In all but name. What is a root knife?
Have a root? That's the question.
I need to Google root knife. So it's just a small knife, right? Yeah.
Yeah, okay. It's like a sharp paring knife. A reminder, John, you moved, but you get two things. You can move and do an action. If you want to try to double move, you could get up next to her.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
You want to do that?
Yeah. I think in general, though, that we should not be in fireball formation and we should remain separate from each other. so she has to pick targets.
I agree. I'm going to heave my knife at her.
Okay.
As you do.
As one does. So in order to do that, do you want to walk through an attack roll with me?
Well, the cool thing about Cairn is that there are no attack rolls. If you
Damage.
strike, then you take the attack action. That is resolved with just a damage roll. So your weapon should have a damage modifier for it.
It's a D6, yeah.
You will just roll that.
And I rolled a 4.
Okay. You will see that this does hit her, which prompts a little thing that she's got to do. Okay. Your knife thrown strikes true. And it, just as she was starting to kind of really build these cackle and start forming these words, they stick in her throat along with your knife.
All right.
And she falls over.
Sweet.
She seems to have an allergy to knives being thrown into her throat.
All right. Well,
Anticlimactic, David.
Yeah, David.
listen,
you and your neck stabbing.
I'm sorry. I'm such a professional.
Well, next time, just think of the little guy. All right, come on.
Yes. When she falls to the ground, is there any change in the oozing floor lava scenario?
No, the floor in front of you is still lava. Looking at it, you think that you could trudge through. It would be a sticky, slowing trod through the goop. It would stick to your shoes. It would stick to your thing. You'd have to kind of lift your feet up as they stuck onto the trail. But you'd be able to get through. Or you can skirt around like John did.
I think I'm gonna use my movement to skirt around like John and then head towards her body. Yeah.
Okay.
But she's not in the midst of all that sap. She's on the other side.
She was on the other side.
Yeah.
I hand Ash's root knife back. It's like, good job. I was just searching the body as we speak, and
I'm just curious, Matt, if I were to, find an appropriate sort of branch or something, could I get like this sap and needles onto it? And I want to try and light one, could I make a torch out of it? Is this stuff flammable?
Absolutely. You could definitely make a torch out of this. If you got a good sturdy branch, rubbed it around in there, you'd probably want to use a little bit of cloth to give it something really to burn, so it just wouldn't burn the stick.
I bet she's not a naked weird witch. I could take some of her clothing and we could make torches if we wanted. Yeah, I'm just curious about the sap. It's flammable. Yep.
You can definitely, they're pitch pines. It's pitch pine sap.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
So, yeah. And what is on her? She doesn't have a lot. She has, at her waist, she has a dagger. Nothing fancy, but you can have it. The book that she's carrying is interesting. All of you would see it and recognize it as at an instant. This is a spell book. Ooh. And what's cool in Cairn is that anybody can cast a spell. It is not the province of wizards or sorcerers or anything like that. Anyone can read a spell from a spell book and make it happen.
What's in the book?
Say that again. Oh, so what's in the book?
What's in the book?
Well, let's talk about on the outside. On the outside, you see an interesting book. It's kind of like crisscrossed in similar. It's not really that same sap. It's more of like these greasy cracks. And if you touch them. So if you visualize this book, it's got these kind of crisscross cracks all over it. And there's like a yellowish grease to these cracks. And if you put your hand on any or touch them with your fingertip, they actually feel a little bit hot, kind of like hot grease that might spill off of something that you're cooking. So you have to kind of hold this gingerly so as not to burn your hands on these cracks. But you're able to open this book, and you'll see that it has a spell inside called Tallow Burn. And what it does is it creates a slick of viscous tallow that comes out and spreads across an area that's approximately like 10 by 10 and ignites, burning anything in that area.
Sweet.
So it is kind of like a little mini fireball.
Love it. And perhaps water can't douse that flame because it's an oil fire.
Yeah, that's a nasty burn to get, man.
I like it a lot. Yeah.
So one thing to notice about spellcasting in Cairn is that it takes a lot out of you. And the way that it manifests is it manifests as fatigue that counts in your inventory as an item. Mm-hmm. So if you were to cast this spell, you can definitely do it, but every time you cast it, you would add a fatigue onto your inventory that doesn't go away until you are able to have an overnight rest.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Fair enough. So there's no points or things to keep track of. It's just inventory. It just adds weight to your inventory.
So if we cast the spell and we take a fatigue, the spell happens.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not, maybe it depends on the spell, but spell casting in general is not dependent on a particular ability score or anything.
Correct.
Unless you're so fatigued you need to make a save for that or something like that. But
so the way that they describe spell casting here is that it's not intended to be done easily. So if you are in a stressful situation, if you're on the run, if you're in the middle of a fight, then you may have to make a will save to be able to cast this spell under strenuous conditions.
Well, that's
Failure could cause some kind of consequences. You don't know.
I don't want any of those.
Yeah, consequences are no good.
I've got a will of 7, so I don't feel like I'm probably a primary spellcaster here. Anybody else? Or am I the willpower guy for some crazy reason?
I have a higher will, but I also always take casters, so I feel like it'd be fun to have you all take a spell if you want to.
I have an 11.
Yeah, well, it looks like it's yours, John.
Fatigue just comes off your inventory and then affects your strength.
Well, everybody has 10 inventory slots.
Yeah.
So when you gain fatigue, it fills up one of those slots.
Yeah.
So in addition to casting spells, other kinds of effects can add fatigue onto your character. Right. If you end up having more fatigue than blank slots, you have to drop inventory items to carry the fatigue.
Yeah.
And when that all fills up, then you start losing stats.
Yeah, I love conditions as inventory slots in games. It's very, very fun. And there's and in fact you can see just functionally, Ted, there's a fatigue box on our character sheet on the right. Yeah.
No, that I knew. I wasn't sure about like when you fill up all 10. Let's say you're very fatigued. Like what happens next? And it takes off your stats from strength first, I think, right? Isn't that?
I believe it does. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
We can look it up if that becomes necessary.
Well, hopefully it won't.
That's what happens. Yeah.
John, I dare you to cast it 10 times right now.
Find out.
So again, what does this do again? This it ignites the sap that I spread down. The
10 by 10 layer of burning tallow.
But tallow. So it's like animal fat.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. So it creates it's almost like the old D&D spell grease, right? Where it creates this area of flammable goo.
But it doesn't just immediately ignite. You have to ignite it.
But it also ignites it.
It also ignites. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Query. So we saw evidence of burning here, and that's why the pitch from the trees is melted onto the path.
Mm-hmm.
with a little investigation, can I look and say, yeah, it looks like there was a grease fire on these trees? Like, she did something here to create this sappy area?
In fact, what you are able to kind of put together is another interesting thing about spellcasting, as far as I understand it in Cairn. You can, outside of combat, when things are quiet and you're not likely to be interrupted, you can spend more time and more inventory to kind of power up the spell to greater effect. So it looked like she had some time here and she was trying to create this kind of effect out of the tree sap. Just, I mean, who knows why?
Were there any bones in the burnt remains or anything like that?
That's no evidence of what she was trying to do, only that she did this.
Correct. Yeah, you look around, you do not see anything stuck in. This seems to be something that she did fairly recently.
Yeah, we didn't hear any rumors about this crazy woman back in Pact.
No, you didn't hear anything about this crazy woman. I will give you this though. You're taking some extra time. You're examining this woman. You see, I think it'd probably be like a little ring. Nothing of much value, but you see on the ring is kind of engraved the letters FW.
W. Flint's will.
That was the name of something that you heard of. Yeah, in the
Flint's will is Flint's shitty band of braggadocios that are after Captain Enid.
Interesting.
So maybe that was one. Maybe that's their resident spellcaster. And we've just created a big enemy. That's cool though. She sucked.
She did suck. Well, what I'm wondering is if this was intended to create effectively a trap here. You know, someone's walking down the path and they step in the syrup and they're stuck, and then the band comes out and beats them up. Or whether, like, if there's some big giant mine monster crawling around in the hills, you know, whether it would hit this and get stuck like a bug trap.
The springboard on that, Ted, do we see any sense of more boot prints? Like, let's suppose that she was in the back of a procession of this party and there was covering their tail, let's just say. Mm-hmm. Is there a sign of other movement heading down the road that's fairly fresh other than hers?
Good question. No, her tracks are the freshest ones that you're able to see kind of in the area. You can tell they kind of came from the same direction that you have come. She also came from the north coming down this road.
Where are we right now on the road?
Are we here?
So if we look at the map, let me zoom in a little bit. You are kind of where in that narrow part where the trees are on either side of the road fairly close to each other.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You're right in there.
And what watch are we
reasonable? Sorry, go ahead.
The watch, like where are we? How much travel can we get done now?
Oh, you would get, so far today, you have spent one full watch. So you can still get to the next point in this point crawl it would be like 1.5 watches by the time you got down there.
And that's like right?
1.5, yeah.
I suspect, well, I don't suspect, a possible motive would just be blocking this egress as a bottleneck to protect the camp that we're arriving towards.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So why don't we proceed, and as night falls, we do so a little more stealthily and kind of look to see if a fire is burning and who's at the camp, and just not announce ourselves really immediately. Ted, go ahead.
Well, I think that's a good idea. I just want to drag the body into the woods.
Sure.
Hide it under some leaves. And, you know, brush away the footprints and evidence of us having murdered somebody on the road, because that's kind of
it turns out
might not be cool. Did she have anything besides a spell book and a knife, which is kind of a crazy thing to be stuck with 2 items in the woods and that's it? Like, she didn't even have a sandwich.
She did not have a sandwich. Wait, you know what? Let me roll for sandwich.
Roll for sandwich.
You know what? She did. A weird, like, pimento. cheese.
Oh,
I
Pepino's cheese is
love
great.
pimento cheese, man.
Yeah,
I'd
you
fight you
lucky,
for
lucky
that.
day.
To the
I
camp,
would fight
please.
you for that.
I'm taking
Hey,
the
just
sandwich.
to delay a little longer. What was that like SpaghettiOs you had in Mothership, Ted?
Oh yeah, that was
Oh,
good
the
too.
little- yeah.
No, I'm totally eating that sandwich as I drag her body
Okay.
into the woods. I'm not a psychopath at all.
Sure. Okay, so we progress towards the camp. Just to reiterate,
Ignoring all signs of TB from this woman's
Yeah.
mouth. Good idea. Sharing that sandwich.
yeah.
You didn't
We
eat
do
the
so
sandwich?
cautiously, and sorry, I didn't mean to scoot ahead of you.
No,
We wanna- okay.
I'm just.
We do so
I'm-
cautiously, and maybe when we're like a few hundred or
Yeah.
I don't know, 100 yards out, if we can see the camp and a light coming from it as night falls. Let's be
Well, it's not really nighttime yet. It's
Oh.
kind of late-ish afternoon. The sun will be starting to set soon. But yeah, you can make it the rest of the way there without.
I would
any-
actually, sorry to interrupt. I would actually suggest we wait till the sun sets before we actually arrive at the camp, if that's something y'all agree upon.
Sure.
I mean, I see your point. I mean, it could also
You don't have
be like, I'm just thinking it through. You show up in the dark in the night. That's when people start taking pot shots at you because they don't know who you are in the darkness, kind of thing.
Sure.
The light is a time of more open and friendliness. Maybe if
The
we can
only-
get a view of the camp and see who's there, and then decide. You know what I mean?
I agree. The only reason I'd caution us just walking forward is if indeed this is her party and they know she went to go block that road and we arrive from the direction of where she blocked that road and she is not with us, there's going to be some questions.
Well, don't ask me because I can't lie.
I know.
Well,
It doesn't matter, though.
Let me
Yeah.
make this fairly easy for you. You guys are professionals. You know what
Yeah.
you're doing. You're at the edge of a forest. As the map kind of indicates, this campsite is in something of a clearing. It's not hidden. With a modicum of concentration on stealth, you can stealth up between these trees and have a look before you think you would be in sight of people. You guys know what
Let's
you're
do
doing.
just that.
So,
Yeah.
so Matt, I have off the top actually has surgically enhanced ears. He did it to himself. That triple his hearing.
Okay.
So when we catch first sight of that clearing up ahead, and we are about to do our reconnaissance, I just want to give a little, you
Okay.
know,
Give a little listen.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. You don't hear a lot. You hear telltale signs of really just two people kind of milling about. They aren't even really interacting with each other very much, but your hearing is so good. You can hear things like the typical camp sounds, like gathering of firewood, some whittling.
Okay, so no distress, no devious plans being formed about ambushing travelers on the road or anything like that.
No, you don't hear anything like that. In fact, you don't hear anybody talking to each other at all.
Okay, cool. All right, let's approach.
I think we should approach in the daylight. Yeah.
Let's do it then. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. No problem. Let me just go here. Sure, look at the thing properly.
Okay.
Okay. Boom.
The sound effects of thinking, everybody.
No, we don't want the thinking sounds. Those are no good. All right. You walk up on this very obviously a campsite. It's a well-used, oft-used campsite. It actually has a couple of like lean-tos that are built in. If anybody's ever done any trail hiking along the Appalachian Trail, you can see they'll build like these lean-tos that are made for people to come in, have a slightly protected place to make their camp, and then leave. So there's semi-permanent structures under there. You see two people, just as off the top heard. You see a woman dressed very professionally in forestry gear. Like you can tell by the look of this person that she's at home in these woods. She is comfortable. She's the one that's kind of just whittling on a little piece of wood. She's sitting quietly at a campfire that's kind of newly started. You know, evening is just about to kick off. It's still kind of dark, but, you know, she starts her fires early so they have time to burn down. And you see that one of these little lean-to camps seems to be occupied by an older gentleman who is kind of puttering around and setting up camp.
Okay. Hello.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah. Hello, travelers.
So you can see the woman looks up and she kind of gives you a wave and says, "Welcome, travelers. This is the travelers encampment that we welcome all travelers to and from Pact along the road. We're a little quiet. We're a little empty now. You know, after the trouble at the mine, things have been." Not a lot of new travelers have been finding themselves upon the road, but we welcome you. Please sit up, rest.
So you maintain this place? You are not a traveler yourself?
Oh, correct. Oh, forgive me, miss. My name is Beatrice. And I oversee this camp, and I try to do my best to keep the road safe for travelers on their way to Pact.
Lovely. What's your gentleman's name?
My gentleman. Oh, you mean old Ingolf over there? No. He's not my gentleman. No, he's interesting character. You should meet him. He fancies himself something of a mystic.
Okay. Yes, we ourselves are traveling to the mine, and we are looking for a place to rest for the night ere we travel onwards. How far south is it?
Oh, you can get there. I mean, 8 hours would be plenty. You could probably, if you stick to the road and keep your noses clean, you could get there. You could get there in the middle of the night tonight if you push through. I wouldn't recommend that. It would be quite exhausting, but definitely in under 8 hours you could make it there if you left in the morning for certain.
Well, we have news from the north, but was wondering what news you may have coming from the mines from the south.
Oh, well, we don't have a lot of new information down there. We've had the stories. I mean, you've heard about the incident, yes?
Yep.
Anecdotes mostly. Hard to tell fact from fiction.
That's fairly accurate. Yes, there was some sort of incident. Some people how people go on about things. They are calling it a monster or something. That the woods is the Tannic Forest here is full of very dangerous creatures, but nothing like what they've described. I think that they probably must have mistaken some of the more natural denizens of these woods for something more supernatural. And
sure.
I mean, you've got a troll that lives under a bridge. I mean, it's a monster-prone forest.
Oh, Rourke. Oh, yes, he's lovely. Bit of a downer, that one.
I found him incredibly charming myself.
I found his negativity to be somewhat entertaining. Yes, but
well, we found evidence with Gork that the monster from the mines had actually destroyed his bridge, which we helped to rebuild, which is part of our news. Have you seen any sign of the monster actually leaving the mines?
Oh, and she gets kind of this like dark look on her face.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of signs did you? I mean, I have noticed some things a little bit out of sorts in certain places along the forest. But what did you?
I show her the molten molt, the eye molt, the eye. You know what I'm talking about? the shred of eye cap. Yeah.
So yeah, she gets this kind of troubled look on her face, and she says, "Listen, friend, I don't know what you have there, but it's not anything from natural from these woods. I don't know what that is." And you can see like she's looking kind of a little nervous.
Well, probably unrelated. We had an encounter with an absolutely insane woman on the road a couple hours ago. Spellcaster by nature, unprovoked, decided to try to cause us harm, and we put a lid on that real quick. I throw a little side eye over to Ash.
Listen, I have traditions to continue from other adventures. Nets and knives.
So
Kind of stab in the road, right?
we found evidence on her that she. I don't want to place blame where it's not due, but we got a pretty bad impression back in Pact. We have reason to believe she might be part of a mercenary outfit called Flint's Will. You had any contact with them or know anything about them?
Before you respond, Matt, when he says that, I just want to look at the mystic and see if he perks up because he's right next to us, right? I just want to watch his behavior as we're having this conversation.
You can tell if you're looking over, you can tell he's listening, and he's interested in what's going on because there's like news.
Yeah.
His ears are kind of perked up, but he doesn't seem nervous or out of sorts or anything. He's very curious about this news that he's hearing. And Beatrice will say, "Oh, Flint's Will, rough characters. Those rough characters. You say she attacked you. I'm kind of surprised that they would just attack travelers on the road. That doesn't seem to be their thing. I mean, they're not pleasant people, to be sure. They're rough characters from what I've heard and what I've seen. But it's hard to imagine that someone would just, attack. Did she try to rob you?
She tried to put a spell on us.
Oh.
She tried to burn us, as she had seemingly already done, either to the forest itself or some other unfortunate person who no longer exists in the corporeal realm.
Oh.
Hard to say.
And she just kind of like rubs her chin. I wonder if she saw, I don't know, maybe some kind of competition, perhaps? Rivals?
For the bounty for Enid?
I'm sorry?
For the bounty for Captain Enid?
Oh, you've heard about that. Oh, is that something that you're after as well? I have heard of such a thing. Ugly business. She used to be just revered as kind of this romantic figure of the seas. And all of a sudden, that one ship too many. And all of a sudden she's, on everyone's top, at the top of everyone's list. It's very odd.
Like a smear campaign, do you think?
I don't know. I know the same stories that I'm sure you've heard that she robbed the wrong ship, one too many, to push her luck a little too far and found herself on the wrong end of a bounty. That's a reason why I think they discourage privateering.
Yeah, she ran out of luck tokens. It happens.
I'm inclined to take her side on this whole matter when it comes down to it, because I know nothing about her except what legend tells, but I've seen this Flint face to face, and I've seen his spellcaster as well, and I don't have a very positive impression of either of them. So, if Captain Enid perhaps stumbles upon your camp for a night, you tell her that the merry band of nameless adventurers is.
Oh no!
She takes a little quill. Merry band of nameless.
The MBNA. The MBNA would love to have a word. A polite word.
We need a different name, because that's like.
Isn't that like a drug or something?
Yeah. Well,
MDMA, the Merry Delvers of Anonymous.
Merry Delvers. I like that. Let's just go with the Merry Delvers. That's
the
pretty
Merry
good.
Delvers.
I can see you kind of workshopping it as you say it aloud. Yeah, I think you kind of you're gonna find it. So Merry Delvers. Okay.
But the mines are our top priority. So I see here that at the camp, there is according to our map too, there's a path, but there's also the road. It looks like the path may be a little bit more winding. Is there any reason why we wouldn't want to take the road to the mine and take the path instead?
If you were looking to go slower and spend more time exploring the dangers of this forest.
Understood. The road it is.
Well, I will point at our map that we got from Quizno and point at, I guess there's the dog, and then there's, I don't know if that's a tent or another cave, but I'll point at the second thing.
Looks like a cave.
Do you know what that is?
She in fact does. She says, yes, that is it's actually very impressive. It's a very large stone Some people say it has been carved into the shape of a woman's face. If you ask me, it could be a natural formation. I'm not really sure. But
this is a terrible drawing on this map, then, because
horrible rendition.
That doesn't look like. It doesn't even look like a rock. But okay, sure.
We don't criticize illustrators in this play.
How much did you pay for the map?
Right. So does it cost anything to stay here?
Oh no. This is I mean, okay. In all honesty, to be perfectly transparent, some people, and by some I mean everyone, who sleeps in the forest, especially as of late. People tend to be beset by terrible dreams.
Oh,
they don't seem to, really do much to you, but they're bad dreams. If they catch you unawares, they could be kind of startling. But if bad dreams are something that you want to avoid, this forest is not for you.
Maybe that's why the spellcaster attacked us. One too many bad dreams,
perhaps.
Well, we're not going to travel at night, so let's
I say we stay here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gather around the fire, eat a ration, and I will play my miniature lute, Matt.
Okay. What would you like to play?
Bunka bunka bunk. Bunka 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 bunk. Why are there so many songs about rainbows?
We're gonna get a copyright, Mark, because that rendition was so spot on.
Yeah. The frog's good for it. Don't worry about it.
Well, I have a journal that recounts all of the events of the day to me at the end of it. So, Matt, if you'd like to just retell us every single thing that we've done,
I'll murder you all. Does anything happen overnight? We set watches and all that shit.
Okay, you set watches, all that shit. That's fine. You, you do in fact have some dreams.
Oh shit.
Let us find if you guys are going straight away to bed. That's fine. I would mark off a ration.
Done.
Because you do need to eat. And let's look and see what kind of dreams may come to the dreamers in the forest. Let me get to where the dreams are, though, because if I don't find them, you can't have them.
This is logic at its finest.
All right. Okay, what I'm going to need to do, please, is have all three of you roll a d6, and let's see what you are dreaming about. And to be fun, we'll re-roll dupes. So.
I rolled a 3.
Okay.
2.
Ted has a 3. John has a 2.
I rolled a 3.
Re-roll that sucker.
I rolled a 5.
There we go.
While Matt looks at that table, I have a test for John. You ready?
Ready.
Finish this quote. All men dream, but not equally. Those who dream by night in the dusty recesses of their mind wake in the day to find that it was vanity.
I don't know.
But the dreamers of the day are dangerous men, for they may act their dreams with open eyes to make it possible. T.E. Lawrence of Arabia.
I was going to guess Lawrence of Arabia.
Oh, come on, John. It's your favorite movie, baby.
All right.
I don't think it's from the movie. It's from the book.
It's not. It's from the book. Yeah.
The 7 Pillars of Wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Let's go down the road here. Okay, Ted.
Yo, I'm all cuddled up in my little bed there. I'm cradled with my hammer, sleeping.
All right. So you think you're doing that, but no. You hear your feet kind of making that kind of soft padded fall into the sugar sands of the tannic forest.
Mm-hmm.
As you look down, you're running along a very narrow game trail. These bushes along the side, the blueberry bushes, the ivy the honeysuckle that's climbing up the trees, it all kind of like catching and pulling it at your thing. You look behind you and you see a giant version of that tree that attacked the woman in our first episode, ripping through the forest after you. Its trunk, unlike the first one that you saw, this one, the trunk splits open into these splintered, needle sharp teeth that's chasing after you. It's gaining on you. And you look ahead, trying to find a place to jump the forest. You look back and the thing is just right on you. And the last thing before you sit up, do that classic like movie sit up scream, is this tree crunching on your body, and you can hear your own bones break as your flesh is pierced by this carnivorous tree.
Well, like most of my nights.
Yeah, your typical night.
Typical. I had a hard childhood. Okay, that's pretty
John,
scary.
As you sleep, you dream as well. You and your companions are wandering through an ancient stone cavern, and you come upon a room that's painted with pictures on the wall that are made, you can tell very crudely, from handprints that have been dipped in red iron oxide dust and then placed into patterns.
Mm-hmm.
You look at these two urns and you reach into one. When you come out, your arm is just bones. All of the flesh has been eaten, burned off of your hand. It's incredibly painful as the flesh, you can just see it kind of sizzle down to the bone.
Mm. I don't
but
move.
Your hands,
I don't want the Gom Jabbar to stab me.
There you go.
I was thinking of the Jom Gabar too.
It's a little bit of that. You got a little bit of that. Your fear is definitely killing your mind.
Mm.
But yet you're compelled to use this hand to reach down into a little pot of red iron oxide and make your own mark on the wall. You show your own great deed of heroism.
Cool.
You tell me what you paint up on the wall with your skeleton hand.
Like a past deed of heroism that I did?
Yes.
Not the heroic type. I cut a man's hair really well one time. Changed his life.
Oh, man. And you're able to get this in great detail, which is surprising to you, given you're using a skeleton hand and finger paints on this cave. But yeah, you look at that and you're quite proud of the best haircut you ever gave.
And good job. I know it's a nightmare, but we don't forget that tracks with we heard about that with like the red lines in the caves, in the mines, and all that kind of good stuff. Yeah.
All right, David, Ash's dream. Let's see what you got. Cool. You're in a cave. You're also in this natural cavern. You look down and there is a hole in the ground at your feet. It's obviously been dug by someone, not you. In your hand, there is a rhizome, like a little root segment with spindly roots off of it. Yeah. And as you study this thing, you're kind of not really sure why it's in your hand, but you prick your finger on one of the sharp roots that's extending from this. A little drop of blood goes out and is immediately absorbed by this root. Startled, you drop it into the hole, and cover it up. You looking down, you see somehow under the earth, webs of roots extend out from this rhizome.
It's a tree of my own.
And it fills you with a sense of self-assurance and power. And you have an image that rushes into your mind as these roots kind of like reach out and pulse back into your body. You see this large underground chamber with a waterfall crashing down at the northern end of it. And you can feel the spray splashing onto your face, which wakes you up.
Mm-hmm.
As you wake up, David, you feel something poking you in your bedroll.
Not me.
It might be Ted.
Jesus.
Those are pillows.
No, Ted's more of a hammerer than a poker, you know.
So yeah, there's something pokey in your.
I'm gonna reach down in there and see what I find.
You have the pokey thing. You reach down into and you grab this thing. It was just hard against your side. You pull it out, and it's a stone dagger that you have never seen before. As you touch it, you hear the words in your head. Maybe you're still dreaming, maybe you're not, but in a raspy, gravelly voice, you hear, with.
Okay. Hell yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna hold it and go forthwith. Does anything happen?
No,
Okay.
nothing happens.
Man, I got eaten by a tree. Whatever. Okay.
Are you jealous? Are you jealous?
I didn't even give anybody a haircut, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Looking carefully at this knife
Mm-hmm.
in the pommel, you see the outline of, it's crude, but you can see kind of carved into the base of the pommel a wolf shape. There's like the pointy ears and the snout.
I think we might have to take the trail, gang. I'm so sorry. I have this urge now to take the trail.
Oh, we got to go to the mine, man.
Actually,
no, we've got to go to the
actually,
east.
let me clarify something.
Yeah.
You, in fact, do not feel that. You do not feel that at all. In fact, you definitely sense that waterfall that you sensed is farther south than that. That doesn't feel like where you saw that.
Can I ask one question about the dream that might be a bit too granular?
Well, you can
The
try.
mist of the waterfall was sitting in my face. Was it fresh water or salt water?
It was fresh water.
Interesting. Okay. Southward it is. Let's do it. I take a nice big stretch. How'd you guys sleep? I had the coolest dream.
We thank the keepers for their time,
Yeah.
and then we are going to head south on the road.
Okay.
Let's do it.
You are able to do that. And is your intention to go all the way down to the mine?
Yes.
Okay.
I will be listening for waterfall sounds along the way or any sort of indication that I see an origin to that dream, but otherwise, yeah.
Okay. You do not, in fact, hear any water at all. At a distance, you might hear a hint of the river.
The river, yeah.
From what you hear. As you get about halfway, if you look on your map, like next to like the amoebas that are to the west of that path, you see a few more of those apple-size, daddy long-leg bog spiders scattered around. Just a couple more here and there. They seem to be a little more dense along that western side of the road. But you continue past. And as you go down past those woods, assuming that you do, you are able to kind of at that bend where the path that's marked as a trail comes in from the east, you are able to kind of see just over the top of some of the trees that that stone shape that's on the map. You can't see a face from here. You can only see like the very tippity top of that stone. But you, if you want to continue, you definitely can. You can continue to the entrance to the mine.
Yes,
Mine.
we do.
Unless I feel some preternatural, guidance towards the other stone thing. Yeah, towards the mine. The dagger isn't like resonating or anything like that, is it?
No, it's not. It. I can see why you would think that it might. It does not, in fact.
Okay, cool.
And you could definitely go over there if you want, but it'll just take time.
If we're approaching the mine, this is actually like right about the right time for our first break. If you want to, or we can.
That's what I was saying. Let me just describe real quick what you see as you come up to the mine, so that you guys can make a decision. As you've heard, and you heard this from the miners back in town, coming up here, it's not difficult to see. There are two entrances to this mine, just as people described. There is off to the left, off to the east, as you're looking at it here. Well, it kind of curves around. Off to your left, you can see there's a small kind of single person entrance. It's a door. Easily tell that it's been spiked closed with iron spikes. And off to the right of that, a little ways off to the right, kind of around a bit, you can see an entrance that is obscured by some rubble, but you can see bits of train track or rails and mining carts that have been turned over and rubble, so that you can get a sense that that's that other entrance that they were talking about. That was the entrance to the mining shaft.
Gotcha.
Perfect.
And this is in the mine itself. Is it like it's not freestanding like it's depicted on this map, right? Like a mound. It's more like built into like a rock face.
It is kind of like what you're seeing, but it's not a lot taller. It seems to like go down.
Gotcha.
Like
okay.
You don't look at it and see like a pyramid going up. You see like you're entering from the top.
Okay. Cool. All right. Sounds good. All right. Ready for our break?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay, cool. All right, let's do that. We will be right back. All right, we are back. Bladders empty, beers full. I have brought in a wayward Mike to the game.
Hey.
Say hi, everybody, Mike.
I've come now here at the turn of the tide.
Everything's going to be fine now, Mike. Mike, remind us who you are.
I am playing Rook, the Bone Keeper. I am extremely tall, extremely craven, extremely bony looking. I have a plague doctor's mask that belonged to somebody that succumbed to the disease, so they probably should have worn it more. And I have a lucky twig that was given to me by a dream crow.
Okay. As you know, as people do.
Exactly.
Living life, clearly.
All right. So you guys have come up upon the entrances to this mine. What do you want to do?
I'm curious, the one that's blocked with rubble, is it very blocked with rubble or is it mostly blocked with rubble?
You go over and check it out?
I think I will.
Okay. So you can clearly see that wood and iron tracks lead in, but there's been a lot of destruction here. You can see that there have been kind of two separate incidents that have happened here. First, you can see that this tunnel seems to have been deliberately collapsed. There are blast marks around a lot of the stones that you see that collapsed this entrance, closing it off. However, you can also see evidence that something has come out of this since. These blasted stones, these collapsed blasted stones have been, in many cases, broken and degraded into much, much smaller fractured stones. And a very loose kind of hole has now come through this blasted rubble. So something collapsed it, and then something made a tunnel.
Gotcha.
You guys think it might be a giant like worm monster covered in like bone shards and like that make trolls sad?
Yes.
I think that's what it was.
That's silly.
That's a good call. I just for everyone to just be quiet for just a second, and I just want to use my superior hearing to see if I hear like any cowering miners or anything else maybe dangerous on the other end of things.
Where are you sticking your beautiful ears?
Right around that entrance. But
Right
just
in the
like,
hole?
yeah, but just in the general area, since I do have like triple the hearing, I just want to see like if maybe there are any other parties around.
You do hear some ragged breathing and some moaning.
Really?
Very, very soft, very low.
From beyond the rubble? From inside?
Yes.
I point that out to everyone. Can they hear it?
No.
Okay. You want me to call in there? Or you think it's too dangerous? Yeah.
Do it.
Okay.
Call in there.
Any survivors there? We hear you. We're here to help.
Let me see something. John, you, with your enhanced hearing, hear a very, very weak whisper. Help me. Help me.
Okay, don't move. It might take us some time, but we'll get you.
Help me.
I want to get my forthwith dagger out, the stone dagger.
Okay.
Left field
Do that.
experimentation. I want to take it out and I want to see how easy it is for me to like damage rock with it, like push it in. I'm not going to like break it on the rock, but I just want to see if there's any sort of mystical relationship it has with the stone.
You don't see any kind of mystical, or don't feel anything mystical. It feels like you would imagine tapping stone to stone.
Okay, cool.
I will light a torch and I'll go in the hole. There's a wounded person in there.
Is the hole big enough for a person?
The hole is big enough. Yeah, you would kind of need to crawl through because it's been kind of collapsy. But yeah, a person can crawl through. One thing I would like to point out, the way torches work in Cairn, a torch, there's not a timer, there's not a thing, but the each torch can only be lit 3 times. Once you've lit the torch 3 times, that's it for that torch. Things can make them go out, but that's the only kind of timer that you have on your torch, is that you can light it 3 times. So this is lighting number 1 for your torch.
Okay.
So
I'm not the only one with torches, right, guys? You guys have torches?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Correct.
Yeah, I will light it and I'll push it ahead of me and I'll shimmy in through the hole. Yep, that's what I'm doing.
All right. So is anybody following him, or is it just
I'm following. Definitely.
Homburg?
Mad Homburg.
All right.
I'll take up the rear.
Mike,
Would
you stay
anyone
outside?
Wouldn't anyone like to tie some rope around themselves or anything like that? Or are you just going for it?
I was just going to go for it. Have you got rope? Because I don't.
I don't, so I don't know why I offered it.
There we go.
I do have a 10-foot chain.
Oh.
That's what you're into. I get it.
I mean, I don't know that you can tie it around you, but we could definitely hold on to it or use it to pull somebody back, kind of thing.
Yep.
Hey, Mike, you doing a load of laundry right now?
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Sorry about that. Usually I head them off
Back
the
to
path.
the warden.
We've actually decided to add some cave ambiance to the recording, bring up our production quality.
Yeah, somebody deep within the mine is doing their laundry, John.
I'll try and keep myself on mute as much as possible.
All right. Ted, you are able to crawl through this shifting rubble about 15 feet to enter into
Down, straight.
It's down at a slight angle. You're not going down very far. And you're going to enter into and I would start this. I'm looking at your drawing. Let's see.
You told me to be loosey-goosey and not worry about it. I'm just going to do it, man.
Yeah. The only thing I'll do is to line up with the map better is that single entrance.
Yeah.
On this, from this perspective, move that single entrance over to the right-hand side of that collapsed.
Oh, you said it was on our left. Okay.
Yeah, as you were looking at it, but now we're kind of inside. So from the in, we're just shifting perspective a little bit. So you're going to go down, and it's roughly all of these are natural caverns that have been carved over time by water. You can see like flowstone marks and geography.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's right. On the walls, but it's been supported. Like you can see new timbers have been added, holding up a low ceiling in this room. This room is about 30 feet wide. It's basically triangular going south in an equilateral-ish, rough, caverny triangle that goes straight. So you go straight south and then open into a triangle. So you're entering a triangle from the top. And there are exits on the bottom right and bottom left-hand corners of that triangle. If you just swing that around a little bit so that passage from the mine is going straight down. Starts straight north to south.
I'm in a cavern with a torch in one hand, trying to draw a map in the other. I'm just drawing a picture. Don't worry about it.
That's fine. And in that cavern or that passage to the left, you can see an overturned minecart. And the railway itself is going from the entrance that you crawl down off to that upper passageway. So that's more or less the where the rails go.
Anything in the cart?
You do hear that now. Ted is close enough; he can hear that moaning. It is coming from that cart.
Okay,
let's help.
Throw the torch in the cart. No, I'm kidding. I'm not throwing the torch in the cart.
I have bandages and leeches.
Ooh, nice!
And an amputation knife if it comes to that.
Okay, well,
let's lead with that, John.
As you get closer to the cart, you can see that there are broken stones all around it. Obviously, they've been spilled out, and you can see pools of fresh blood. You hear breathing and moaning coming from within.
So the cart is no longer on a rail track.
Correct. It's been flipped over off of the rails upside down.
I look for the victim.
Okay. Well, I'm pretty strong.
How heavy is that mine cart, do you think?
Looks like a couple of people could tilt it over.
I'm big and burly. I'm going to start trying to move it.
Anybody help him?
Yep, me.
Okay. You guys are able to flip it over. Inside, you see a guy laying there, kind of squinting at your torchlight. Looks like a miner. He's wearing miner's clothing. He has a badly broken leg and a big laceration on his scalp. He's lost a lot of blood.
Oh boy.
And he looks up at you like, help me, please.
No,
you're in luck. I do have. He cuts hair, and I make teapots. We're your rescue squad.
I have healing salve for what it's worth.
Before we do anything to you, sir, we just have to ask you: do you have insurance?
I don't.
No. Any pre-existing conditions before this catastrophic event, sir?
I have to see my primary care physician impact first to get a referral.
God help!
You guys are crazy. I'm gonna probably overthinking things. I've got to roll a 10, and my pincers and stuff. I'm going to make a brace for his leg.
Okay.
And see
So
if
your
we can.
intent is to kind of like patch this guy up.
Yep.
You can do that with some of the materials that you have. You can make a splint.
Yeah.
While you're doing that, he tells you that in a room to the east of where you are and where he is, when after the disaster happened, he broke his leg and hurt his head falling through some cracks in the floor in a big room off to the east, one of the main rooms that they had recently opened. And he hit his head, he broke his leg. This was as far as he was able to crawl before he just lost all. And he was able to get under this minecart to give him some kind of protection from the horrible thing that runs through here. It's just horrible. Please get me out.
So tell us like everything you can about what the beast. Tell us about like Ermgard, the whole 9 yards. Like what happened?
All right. So he is able to tell you that Ermgard. Oh. Hi, you ready for bed? Okay. Oh, you guys are in luck. I might have to take a little tuck-in break. Let me tell you first what he knows. So he knew that Ermgard a couple of weeks ago. Ermgard went down deeper looking for newer parts of the mine to explore. She brought a couple of people with her, and that was the last that he saw of them or her. And that was when the thing came out. He describes it as a thing. He describes this like thing that just moves so fast. All you can see are stones and bones as this thing rumbles through. He says you can hear it coming. It's incredibly loud, really scary, and really dangerous.
Did it seem to want anything other than slaughter? Did it seek out people to destroy, or was it looking just to escape, do you think?
I never saw what it was doing. I just hid.
Right.
Okay.
It looks like something busted out of the rock fall at the top of the tunnel. Do you think this thing's actually still in here? Or did it leave?
I don't know. I've heard the thing several times.
Like
Where did
recently?
it come from originally?
Down deeper.
Deep. Yeah. Okay. Well, can we get him out of the mine?
Sure.
Yeah. Let's get him out. Prop him up in the sun. And
Do you have any sunscreen? I'm very mindful of like skin protection.
I have a healing salve which will make you not feel the burning of the sun. How about that?
Please use up the resources that were given to you in character creation so that you don't have to have them in your inventory.
Yeah.
You're an NPC,
yeah.
dude. You're not getting nothing. All right.
No problem. You guys are able to drag him out, set him up outside, and I'm going to go tuck that kid in. I'm going to exercise my my warden's right to go do that. You can talk amongst yourselves, or we can have a break, John, whichever you think would work best.
We'll break and we'll come right back after Matt gets back. All right, we'll be right back. All right, we're back. Bladder's empty, beer's full.
Get tucked in. Okay.
Get tucked in. Okay. So we get him out.
You
I
got
want to
him
go
out.
back in. I want to go back in.
Okay, you're
We're
able to go
looking
right
for
back in. Torch is still on, and you can see, looking around now that your focus is kind of a little wider than this, beyond in that little passage that he was in, his name was Leon. Beyond that little passage that Leon was in under that thing, there are some rocks that are piled up, kind of blocking the way forward. So that ends in a dead end.
If Ermgard's looking for the deeper places, I would guess that she's going places where the tracks don't go. But if this is blocked and no evidence, like it doesn't look like it'd be easy to shift. Like
you look closer. You're curious about these rocks. You look closer. You can see that this doesn't look like a collapse. These rocks look specifically placed there by humanish strength people. to in front of a wooden door.
Like a
This is
barricade.
the block that they made. Yeah.
I see. Like, don't open this door, you mad fool. Well, I have a wisdom. I guess I don't even have a wisdom score. I have a will.
There you go.
I'm capable of all
There
kinds
is a
of
will. There is a
situations.
way.
There is a way. What do you guys think? Should we look behind the door? I mean, it's probably not where
Of
Irmgard
course.
is.
We
But I
got to
kinda
look
wanna-
behind the door.
Kind of want to look behind the door. But
Do
we
it.
want to find Irmgard, and we want to find her in an hour. So
Yeah.
follow the tracks.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, follow the tracks.
Okay. You follow the tracks. They go down. That pathway continues off to the right, curving around. You can see that passageway off the side of the tracks. You can see another pile of rocks that looks just like that first pile, blocking another door.
On our right as we're going down.
Yeah. So it's almost like there's a triangular-ish solid bit. Yeah, like that. And there's another door behind those rocks. And right there, the track splits. So it goes off to, and basically a Y. So off to the left and off to the right as you're going down it. Off to the left, the tracks seem to break, or like they weren't really finished going off in that direction. It looks like they kind of stopped. But the tracks do continue down that right one. Yeah.
You say right.
Like
Are you?
Yeah,
are you
from your
talking about
perspective.
from the
going
perspective of the person going down the hill? So
yes. You're
so
doing it
this like
perfectly.
sort of
And they stop.
stops there.
Yeah.
But this one keeps going.
Yep. And the tracks that keep going, that as we look at this are on that left-hand Y going to the south, those dip down into a deep hole. So it gets very steep and very dark right there as it goes down. Around that hole, there is kind of a landing, so to speak. So it's like a rim that you can walk around 5 to 10 feet around this hole that the tracks dip down into. Yep. And you notice, looking down there, at the southern end of that, you can see a pulley and hook hoist that had been set up at the edge of that, at that southern edge of that hole, and it kind of leans out over that hole, and a rope dangles down into the hole.
Okay.
That hole that is a long, dark, and you can feel just at the edge of it, it's very slippery, and it extends down into the darkness beyond the range of your torch. And at that Y, kind of farther up the Y before the tracks split there, you hear rushing water off beyond where that track stops.
By rushing water, well, we don't hear a waterfall, but we hear rushing water, which might lead to a waterfall. Gang, that's all I would say.
Who wants to put the minecart back on the track and go for a ride?
Hell to the yes.
Hell to the yes.
Without a doubt.
I say we go back, get the minecart up on the tracks, if the wheels are still working.
Uh-huh.
And,
it looks old.
and then we tell John what we've just decided to do. Since he took his headphones off and stepped away from the computer, it's going to be a surprise for John, I think.
He doesn't need to know. He just needs to be in media res, baby.
He just needs
Drive
to
the car like you stole it.
I'm wholly in support of whatever you guys decide to do.
Awesome. We're doing it. Let's put the minecart on the tracks, Matt.
Okay.
Is it big enough to fit like 4 people, like in Indiana Jones, or is it kind of a smaller minecart and we have to go one at a time, or what?
Oh no! If you all 4 want to fit in that, you can definitely do that. This will take some time. I'll advise you, it will take some time, and you think that it wouldn't be all that quiet. It's a heavy metal cart. and will make some noise as it clangs down onto the tracks.
Makes sense.
We're
I
a
call
heavy metal
shotgun.
party, buddy. We're fine.
It's true.
I call shotgun.
Who thinks we should go out? Somebody should go out in the forest and cut down like a lance of some kind.
Are we doing like a Temple of Doom sort of thing?
We are doing the Temple of Doom.
Okay. Well, tell me when we can take the break off and get going.
Okay, you can do that
Right
immediately. You
Yeah,
guys
we're doing it.
being cool as shit, you plop the thing on there. It kind of echoes. You get this metallic clang that echoes through. You push off. I don't even know. One of you guys bobsled it. One of you rushes behind. What, Ted?
How long is the rope on that hoist?
You don't know.
Like, does it look like a long rope or does it look like a stub?
Do you look? If
Yeah,
you check it out, it goes down about 15 feet and it's broken.
Okay, never mind. I was going to hook it to the back of the cart so we could get back up, but we'll have to figure something else out.
Okay. All right. So you guys pile on the cart. Does anybody want to bobsled push from behind to get it going?
I'll do it.
I'll do it.
Okay. Two of you.
Mike will do it.
Each take a side. You rush and you push. As that cart passes by the Y intersection,
yeah,
you look to the side as like the rumbling tracks, and you look in there and you see these giant shapes fall down from the ceiling off to your left and just crash with a loud, thunderous crash down into where that mine cart, where the tracks would have gone if they were complete. It crashes and you see like this explosion of white powder in there as that happens.
Okay.
But that's just instant. You guys ride the cart. It goes down this track, which, okay, to be honest with you, it might have been a good idea to look a little farther down that.
Yeah, sure.
To see perhaps how far down those tracks go before they stop. Because stop they do, but you don't. as the minecart that you're in continues shooting down this hole, not on any kind of tracks at all. Could somebody please just roll me a D6? I want to just see how this is going.
Shall I?
Ted, it's definitely you.
It's going 3, Matt. It's going 3.
Okay. Typically, the lower numbers aren't usually what you want. So you guys get going. When the tracks end, the cart just goes wild. It's skidding. It goes sideways. It spins around. And it is going to dump you guys out about, how far is that? Let me check and see how far down that is. That is, okay. I need everybody to make me a dex save. If you meet,
sorry, one more time for the slow kid. What is the dex save? What are you rolling?
You're rolling a d20, and you're trying to hit your dex number or lower.
I rolled a 2, and I have a dex of 8.
Okay, so you succeed.
I rolled a 20, and I have a dex of 6.
Okay, so David fails. All right.
I succeeded.
Okay, John succeeds.
I rolled a 10, and I have a dex of 9.
Okay. So David fails. Ted fails.
It fails-ish.
Yeah. Ish. Okay. So the 2 successes, you guys let me know what your instinct would be in this wild cart, do you feel like you would be safer in the cart or thrown out of the cart?
Drop and roll, man. I go with the momentum and roll with it.
Oh, you stay in, or are you trying? Would you?
No, I
try to
go
get
out
or try to stay in.
I let the momentum carry me out, and then I tuck and roll.
Okay. And Mike, you want to stay in or get out?
Yeah, man, I don't want to be forcibly ejected from the moving vehicle, so I'm gonna clamber down to the bottom of the cart.
You stay in. Okay. Ted, do you want to stay in or get out?
I think as a kettlesmith, I would depend upon the strength of this fine iron cart that I'm in, and I will stay in it.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
And David.
And I will use David for padding and shelter.
There you go. Similarly, I am going to, as much as I'm able, push as hard as I can with my arms and my legs to wedge myself wall to wall in this cart. So I'm like,
no, I think, David, I think you and I are like clutching each other like this. Going,
there you go. Or that. That's fair. Goonies. Right. What's the Goonies line? I don't even know anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
I think is probably accurate. All right. David, you wanted to stay in. You failed. You're thrown out.
Of course.
John, you wanted to get out. You passed. You get out.
Oh, yeah.
Ted, you wanted to stay in. You failed. You get out. So,
can I still be clutching David as we?
Yes.
Exactly.
As long as it's with tenderness. So David, John, and Ted, you're thrown out. Mike, you stay in as the cart keeps going. Where you guys are thrown out, nothing like splitting the party. You guys are thrown out, and Ted, you can draw this room. Yeah, kind of like just go directly south, kind of like below where you have the hole, and just draw a basically egg-shaped room with an exit on the east side and an exit on the southwest side.
So this throning out happens when we kind of hit the end of the track. Is that it?
Well, you're kind of like going down like this steep tunnel that's all wet. You kind of spill out, and you guys are going to land on this landing. The hole keeps going, and Rook keeps going with it as the minecart continues to go down the hole. So you're going to want to
get all the treasure, bitches.
You're going to want to skip down again, and you can draw another similar egg-shaped room. Mm-hmm. Straight down. This is like another level. No, straight down below the other egg. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. That's it. Down there. Draw another egg-shaped room. Down there. Okay, great. So the room that you guys landed in, who were thrown out, the above room, there's a hole in the center. So you have a bagel, pretty much. And along the outside, let me read what you got. 9. Okay. Yeah, this is just a narrow landing that goes all the way around. And like I said, there is an exit to the east and another exit to the southwest that goes kind of straight down south. Let me describe what Mike sees as he lands down the bottom.
Is this a landing that's off to the side of the hole, or is it around? Like, is that hole in the center?
It's around the hole.
Oh, this is not how I wanted to draw this at all.
Yeah, you don't want to draw that way, but it's fine.
No, you just got to give me a second, and I'll draw it properly.
Yeah. The only entrance that you have noticed is, the hole is above you and it continues down below you. This is like a landing in the middle.
And then there's another one as the hole continues Dot, 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 dot.
Tune
Yeah,
in
the whole
next time
continuous-
when Ted has finished the map.
There you go. All right.
Kidding with
Let's describe what Mike sees. There is let's do the blinding pain first. All right. So Mike, that's pretty far. Can you roll me 2d6 and we're going to take the bigger of those numbers?
That would be a 6, Matt. A 6.
Okay. You take 6 points of damage to your strength score.
I don't want to.
Okay. Don't care. Guys, the rest of you roll 1d6. And that is the amount of bludgeoning damage or the strength damage that you are going to take as you are thrown from the cart higher up.
It goes straight to strength.
Yup.
Okay, I rolled a 4. I have a 14 strength, so now I'm at a 10.
I also rolled a 4. I have a 13th strength, so I'm at a 9.
Don?
I took 6, so I'm down to 5.
Yeah.
Let this be a lesson to you guys. Don't make your save because it's actually worth.
So what is your strength now, John or Mike?
6.
Okay. Yes, that's plenty. That's plenty. All right. Mike, looking around you, in the cacophony of this crash, you crawl out of the rubble. You see around you the some detritus from what used to be connected to that hoist. So there is the rest of that rope and some crashed stuff. Along the northern wall of this cavern, you see something that you do not want to see. You see spider webs that are thick and white, and unlike any spider webs that you've seen before, they don't like blow in the wind. They don't undulate at all. They're rigid and stiff, as if they are made out of bone itself. You see an exit to the east and another exit to... Oh, wait a minute. You didn't have a torch. You don't see anything. Never mind. It's really dark, Mike. And you're scared and alone.
Okay. Well, I mean,
Does the hole continue, Matt?
No, the hole stops at that level.
I will light my lantern, Matt.
Okay. While you're lighting your lantern, let's go up and describe what these guys see on the level above that. On the ring around there, you did have a torch. We'll say that's still going just for the ease of things. You look around on your level, and this was loud. Okay. As you guys hit and roll, you hear a terrible sound. It's a high-pitched, like, but hundreds of times. As you look up and you see, strangely, little skeletal bats that are hanging from the ceiling. And as you fall and your loud crashing has disturbed them, they are going to fly down and harry all of you. They're flying around. You're just like all over the place, right? You don't take any damage, but you do feel them like pulling at all of your stuff, right? Your bag, your pack, everything. Just pull. Okay?
Okay.
Going down. Mike, you see in your light what I described before and you start to see some movement coming from those webs.
All right. Well, I'm not going to stick around and find out what that's all about. I will head to that door to the east.
Okay. Well, let's see, in fact, who is going to go first. So, Mike, if you could please roll me a dex save to see if you are quicker than what's down there with you.
I failed my dex save by quite a bit.
Okay. So, you see something that you don't wanna as you look out, crawling from this web. You see this spider that is, it's hard to say it. Like its legs are bones. Its face kind of looks like a halfway between a skull and an organic creature. So it's almost like the bones of this area have infused in the body of this spider.
Yeah, I don't want to see that.
Well, good news is that you might not have to see it very long.
Okay.
So what I'm going to need you to do is, why don't you make me a dex save as this thing vomits forth this osseous bone-like goo at you, and let's see if you can dodge it and get the hell out of there.
I rolled a nat 1. Is that good or bad?
Nice.
That is incredibly good. You did super, super good.
Good job, buddy.
Avoid this. And I will let you pick, Mike. There are 2 ways out of this room.
Uh-huh.
Are there?
Yes. There is a passage to the east, and off to the left-hand side, as you look at it, off to the west, there is a passage that slopes up.
Okay.
On the western side of this room. This thing is on the northern edge. That's where the spider is. So I'll let you pick. You said that you wanted to run east. I just wanted to make sure that you knew that you have 2 options. You can run east.
I appreciate that. I seem to have a bad record of picking here in this game, because last time I picked, I almost died. I'm going to go up the passageway. I'm going to go up the passageway that's sloping up.
Okay. So you're going to book it up that passageway.
Yes.
All right. The spider curses in spider as you do that. All right. Guys up above, this horrible screeching, this cloud of bats is all over you.
Does waving the torch around do anything? Do they disperse or care at all?
They do kind of disperse after a little while. It's horrifying. They're kind of around you and everything. What I'd like for you guys all to do, can you just read off for me your what's on your inventory?
You're going to do that.
I need your inventory, including your non-encumbering items.
All right.
Petty items?
Yeah, petty. I've got rations. I've got a torch in my hand, a pair of pincers, roll of tin, a hammer, which I'm actually holding, fire eggs, a spyglass, a smashed spider corpse. I'm wearing gloves, and I'm wearing a necklace.
Okay. What's your necklace like?
It is a valuable necklace worth 20 pieces of good hard gold currency.
Okay. Your spyglass is gone.
Like gone, or I can still see it.
Nope. Your spyglass, you're like, as these things kind of fly away, your spyglass is gone.
They stole my spyglass straight up.
Yep.
Those bastards.
John, can you read me what's on your inventory, please?
I have rations, torches, an amputation knife, some bandages, some leeches, a spell book, it's a medical finery, a graft grub, and a noble's signet ring. And some gold.
describe your medical finery to me.
It's stained medical finery, so it's like like an apron.
Robes.
Oh, okay. No, not that. That doesn't count. I'm gonna reroll.
I don't just cut hair. I'm a barber, surgeon, an old school barber.
All right, that knife, your shiny barber's knife, is gone.
Great, my only weapon. Super.
Yep. David.
All right, I have rations, a torch, an iron pot, a root knife, health salves, antitoxin, tacky stock, an old journal, a stone dagger, and a twine bauble.
Okay. Shiniest thing on you, my friend, is that knife.
The stone dagger forthwith?
No. That's not shiny. Your
my root knife.
Your root knife. The blade of that root knife catches the light.
Goodbye.
So we're due for our second break, Matt. Is this a good time?
Yep, great time.
Okay, cool. All right, we will do that, and we will be right back. All right, we are back. Bladders empty, beers full.
All right. So you guys are missing some stuff. And Mike is, or Rook, I guess, is missing stuff in the form of a lot of his health. And we'll say, Mike, that passageway that you're on does connect back up with the guys who are looking at each other. Like you can tell they're all kind of disheveled. These skeletal bats, you can see there's guano kind of all around the edges of this place, and the bats themselves flew out of an exit that is to the east.
So the tunnel that Mike went in, just like loops and goes up and hooks up to this, like I'm drawing it here?
Yeah, it connects to the exit that's on the west side of the room that is in the bats.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, got it.
Just like that. So you look up in this room, you see the guano up there, or there's a lot of like it's like a bony guano. Like everything in here has kind of like this osseous feel to it, right? You can see there's stuff up there. There's also some things kind of like buried around in the guano itself nearby. But as Mike comes up and turns the corner there, you guys hear a sound. And this sound is much louder than anything else that you've heard so far. And it's coming from the hole above you. John, with your ears, you can definitely pick this. You hear... it sounds like, I don't know, like almost like a drum band, like those guys with like tons and tons of drums, as things are just like countless things are hitting on surfaces. And you hear, all of you can hear a horrible, horrible screeching that screeches out in this dry, bony gasp coming from directly above you in the hole that's up there.
The hole that we came from.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you say directly above us, like the sound is up there, or like the sound is imminently about to pop out of there?
It's hard to tell for you how close that is. John, you can tell that it's kind of echoing through that hole, through the hole, but it's getting closer. It's getting louder.
Okay, so spatially, hole in the ceiling.
Yep.
Hole
Hole in the floor as well.
Yeah. You guys are around the edge of a bagel-shaped room. There's a hole in the center. Connects.
Hole in the floor. Diameter of the hole.
It's pretty wide. It's about 20 feet wide in one direction, 30 feet tall. It doesn't.
Okay, what I'm going to do.
Specifics aren't that important. It's a largish hole.
Well, what I'm going to do. Whether it'll work or not is very nebulous. I'm going to take my twine bauble, which allows me to cast ward in a 50-foot circle across the ground, and I can choose one species that cannot cross it. Now, Cthulhu horror isn't really a species.
This is true.
But having heard the rumors Go ahead.
You've got the molted eye that John's carrying. Would that be sufficient to cast the spell to say this thing can't cross?
Sure. I'll say that. Yeah, why not?
Okay. Makes it even easier. I'm going to cast it in a 50-foot diameter around the 20-foot hole below us. The logic being that it says on the ground, not on any space, so I can't cast it on the ceiling. But if this thing comes crashing down, hopefully it will be landing within that diameter. If it's
like a magic trampoline.
Yeah. Well, not just a trampoline, but like, I mean, it would either have to, well, yeah. I mean, it would just, that's a good question. Yeah. That's what you can determine what happens, Matt, but that's my thought process.
I love the trampoline idea.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, absolutely. You can do this. You are able to cast this spell, and and you're casting it on the ground, on the hole that's around
right? The hole. So 20-foot hole, real hole, 50-foot circle, ward. Something cannot cross that region.
Okay.
Yeah.
Basically, that it probably can't even enter this space because the room's not that big, right?
That would kind of encompass the whole room.
Yeah. So if we get into the east corridor and you do that, it should be pretty good.
That's my logic, is that it would be stuck with it within the room, right?
Sounds good.
It's not a sphere, it's a circle. So it would be across the ground, right? That it couldn't move horizontally at us to that corridor, would be the theory.
You would know how this works. It would be like a disc of force. So you're putting basically making this a solid floor for this thing.
Interesting. Okay.
But I don't see how it would block off the exit to the east because that's above the floor.
Right. But if it's coming down directly over the thing, because it's a ward, right? You're actually supposed to be in it, like to protect your campsite kind of thing, right?
It's like a salt circle. Nothing can cross the border of it.
It cannot cross that line.
So if it were in it, it couldn't exit it. If it were outside of it, it couldn't enter it. My theory is that I'm casting it in a space so that if it falls from the ceiling here, it cannot exit that space.
Exactly.
That's my thought process.
That's entirely how I would have interpreted that.
Let me just read this spell. It says, a silver circle 50 feet across appears on the ground. Choose one species that cannot cross it. Oh, okay. So like the edges. Okay. So it'll be like trapped in this circle.
That's my thought process. Yeah. That's my intent, at least. If you don't think it would work that way, it's okay.
No. I think, I think that it would be kind of like a magic circle.
I make teapots for a living, and I think you're totally right.
Okay.
Of course.
I mean, you could ask the guy who cuts hair, see if he agrees.
All right. So you do this. What then do you do? This sound is getting louder and louder. It's horrible.
I'm going to retreat to the corridor. Yeah. And watch. Okay, should we leave a torch in there just so we see it? Whatever it is.
No, I don't think we should. But if the spell's going to work, we can stick around and watch.
That's my idea, but we won't be able to see what happens.
How long does it last?
It does not specify. It's a duration. It just says it can't do it, and then I can cast it once a day.
Yeah. So, you're not really sure how long it's necessarily going to last. Right?
Fair.
So,
I want to stay close enough by to be able to throw a fire egg at the damn thing when it comes in there.
That's my thought process, right?
I have that tallow burn spell too. Don't forget.
Yeah, exactly. So if it's stuck and it can't chase us, as long as we can. That's why I mentioned leaving a torch though, so we can see the target. If it's pitch black in there, we won't be able to target it. So you do want to drop a torch and then flee east.
What's the radius of a torch, Matt?
I believe it is 40 feet.
Yeah, we should be able to see it then if we're at the edge of the doorway.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so you back up into the eastern edge. Let me tell you what's behind you. Yeah, the natural cavern kind of turns around to the south and winds around a corner, kind of like a sink trap under a sink, making a little J hook there that goes south and north. So you don't know where that actually goes, but seems fine. You guys can all kind of pile into that. And As you wait, sure enough, moments later, this horrible thing comes crashing down the slanted hole, landing in the center, and it is just as horrific as you can imagine, just like the image on the cover. This huge skull-like head with these enormous piercing teeth that look like it's made somewhere of like rock and bone. It's hard to tell when you look at this thing because it's moving very quickly. And as it lands down, it kind of like, well, tell me, what are you guys doing? Ted, you have or Mike has a lantern. Ted, you have a torch. What are the rest of you? What are the rest of you guys doing?
I'm readying a dagger to throw.
That'll get it. And John?
I'm cowering because I have nothing to fight it with. But okay. I do have my spell book out, just ready to do it whenever it's time.
Okay.
Well, actually, Matt, my plan was to throw a fire egg at it as soon as it was in the space.
Okay. So it tumbles down into the space. It whirls around. It's very confused that it's not going down the hole, like this magical barrier that it's kind of like sitting on is confusing to it. That's my interpretation of the spell anyway.
Good.
And
love it.
It whips around and you can see this kind of like giant millipede looking thing that's built out of like boulders that are connected together with these various bones. Bones make the little legs that stick out like a millipede's, as this thing just like runs around the circle, looking kind of confused, but it looks at over at the group of you and starts kind of like launching itself at this barrier, trying to get at you.
We're not moving very much.
Correct. It's aiming towards basically kind of you and Mike.
Because of the light?
Don't know. Lunging at you, but kind of like bouncing off. So this thing can't seem to get at you.
Don't
throw
forget
a fire egg at it. Sorry, John, what?
And just don't forget, I probably won't matter, but that we learned from last session that if you stay still, it can't sense its target, its prey.
Right. But if you're holding a torch, apparently it can. So
That's a good point. Yeah. Matt, I'm going to put down my lantern on like a rock nearby. And then I will step maybe about 5 feet away from it and just kind of be in like a crevice of the wall.
Okay.
And be very still.
That kind of confirms your suspicion. It keeps lunging at where the lights are.
All right. I throw the egg.
Okay.
So the fire eggs that I got with my starting loadout, they do a D8 of blast damage of fire.
Okay.
So I'm hoping that even if it's fireproof, the blast part might knock it into pieces. I'm also hoping it has exactly the same number of hit points as I'm about to roll, which I rather suspect is a vain hope. But I have 5 more eggs, so. Oh, sweet. I rolled an 8.
Okay. Let me
so that's 8 blast fire. Okay. Just in a little egg. I had that in my pocket. Been walking around with that.
That's dangerous.
I know.
I think you're lucky that witch lady didn't catch you on fire.
Ed, is that an egg in your pocket, or are you just excited to see me?
A little bit of both, buddy. You saved me in the minecart. We're bound together forever.
Yes.
Okay. You can see that it that makes it mad. It doesn't like it. It's like running around faster and faster. John, you were going to do your thing?
Is it warded now? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It seems to be stuck in that circle.
Okay. Yeah. I will cast that spell.
Okay. That one, can you roll me a D6?
5.
Nice.
Okay. And it gets a save. Let's see. Okay. All right. It is able to avoid, but you know what? I'm going to say that space is so small and that, he's so big that he's taken up most of it. So what was the damage that you rolled?
I rolled a 5.
5. Okay. And that is going to be 3. Okay. The thing is mad. It's still running around. In fact, let me check something here. Okay. The thing seems to be trying to reach up, like standing on kind of its legs to grab the surface of the slippery hole that it came down to try to get out of there. I'll let you guys have another round at this.
I would like
it's
to
gripping the slippery hole.
Oh God. We've had I've been responsible for several of the bad dad jokes tonight. We're all participating. I love it.
I'm gonna egg it again.
I'm gonna throw the forthwith dagger at its eye if I can.
Okay.
Right on.
Eyes, plural, I suppose.
Okay. Let's see. If I will say this, if you guys are kind of attacking in a concentrated manner, then the way that group attacks on one thing work is it's like the highest number that you guys roll on any one thing, right? So I think you guys can, if you're doing the fire egg and the dagger, then you guys can both roll. The dagger was what, was that a D6?
Correct.
The egg is a D8.
Do the D8.
Okay, so roll your D8 and your D6.
Oh, I see. Whoever rolls higher, we use that number. Got it.
Yeah.
I got a 2.
I got another 8.
Hey, look at this guy.
It's my awesome Dolmenwood dice, man. They're not letting me down. I love it.
Okay. Let me try something here. Yep.
Yep. I'm just chucking eggs because I can definitely get more of them someday. Right?
Yeah. This is
Maybe
true.
not.
Sure. Because it's a one shot. Sure. All right. Yeah. You can tell that this is really, really hurting it. But it still is able to, let's see if it's able to scramble up. It's still holding itself together. And that is good for you. So it grabs hold of this like slippery stuff, and even with its forepaws, because it has to reach all the way up to try to get the slippery edge of that hole.
Yeah.
Slips. Watch it.
You've poisoned me, Mike. You've poisoned me.
It's a very well lubricated hole, and he can't find
stretch for the slippery hole, huh? Okay.
All right. So I'm going to say with that, how many more eggs do you have?
I have 4 more eggs.
4 more eggs. John, are you going to cast that spell again? Did you add the
Fatigue? I did, yeah.
Fatigue to your inventory?
Sure, I'll cast it again.
Okay. I'm going to say that since you're not in danger of this thing, you're able to cast that regular for just the regular cost, and it will add another fatigue to your inventory, but you can definitely cast it.
Okay. I rolled only a 1 that time.
Okay.
Should I,
Matt? Sorry. Go ahead.
Should I throw another egg then?
Yeah, you're going to have to get rid of another egg, I think, to...
Roll them all, Ted. Matt, I'm going to throw a rock at it.
There you go. Matt, one question with the stone dagger. I'm really reaching here. Did anything particularly interesting happen when it hit the spider, or is it just a dagger hitting the spider?
It's just a dagger hitting the spider.
Yeah, fair enough.
And now the dagger's in the circle.
Now the dagger's in the circle.
Yeah,
You can go get it.
Well, I'm starting to suspect the quality of these dice because I just rolled another 8, and that is statistically weird. But
all the Dolmenwood dice have a little drilled bit in one corner.
It's a mushroom. I think I'm going to lick it and see what happens, man. This thing is cool.
Okay. With that, he's got very little chance to call that? You guys are very clever with your use of spells and trapping of this thing. Yeah. With the last explosion from this fiery egg, you see this thing kind of break apart. Whatever was kind of holding these stones and bones together kind of like crumbles, and the thing falls down, hovering strangely over this circle for a moment until it is no longer that creature, so is no longer being held, and just tumbles through.
That's rad.
Down into the darkness.
That's super cool.
Sweet.
Right on.
That was a fun interpretation of that spell, Matt. I like how you treated that. That was cool.
Well, you guys all assume it's over, that we've defeated it. Like,
this is just
its cousin is in right around the corner.
This is the minion that the Pirate Queen brought upon the populace who spurned her. You know what I mean? Well,
oh man, Quiznos did this. That weird guy called Finger Bones.
Only one way to find out in the next 15 minutes.
We got to find Irmgard. That's what we got to do.
Let's start running.
Well, yeah. There's that. So there's that corridor to the east.
Yeah, to your back, right?
Yeah.
You look around, you see kind of it goes to the south and J hooks back up.
J hooks back up. Right. As I've drawn it.
Perfect. So you go around that corner, and let me find you on the map so I can tell you what is in there. It's super cool, and I'll tell you. Okay. You can see that a long time ago, this is a good sized chamber. Let's see. It is roughly the shape of one of those guys in the Space Invaders that kind of blip, 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 goes side to side like this. And he's about 40 feet wide and about 50 feet tall. There is an exit to the northeast of that room and an exit to the southeast of that room. And both of those exits lead farther east. And let's see. This is basically kind of egg-shaped room. The floor is very uneven. You could tell that it was formed from flowing water a long time ago. And you can see in the center of this room, there is a figure there that is harvesting these weird white mushrooms. The figure is at first you see, oh, there's a guy in here that's kind of weird. You look at him and you can see his body's normal, but his head is just a skull. And around like the neck area and going up the back of his skull, you see growing these blue crystals. And he turns as he notices the light of your torch and the light of the lantern, and his eyes go to you. Ted, you're still holding the torch, right? His eyes go to you, and he starts going like this, waving his hands back and forth. He's not making any sounds.
I'll stop. I wonder if these are flammable mushrooms or something like that. I'm going to stop right at the entrance to the room.
Yeah, he holds out his hands in the double stop motion and like does the cat burying shit in reverse with his hands to try to shoo you back away.
I don't like what he's suggesting here, that I'm a cat or a shit. Should I throw the torch at him and watch the room blow up? I think I cannot tell a lie. I would like to see that happen.
Oh, God. You know what? Ride the lightning, baby. Do it.
Let me describe a little bit more. you can see what he dropped when he started waving towards you. He had a long stick with a blade, like you can't tell if it's like a little dagger, a little kind of knife or something that was tied onto it. And he was standing about 10 feet away. It looks like a 10 foot pole. And he was, he dropped the stick kind of between him and these white mushrooms that are in the middle of the room. Do you still want to throw your torch at him?
Well, I'll stay here for now. If somebody else wants to do something, unless you're all like, throw a torch in there, Ted, then I'll do it.
No, I don't think that's a good idea, Ted. Let's engage. He's not attacking us, so leaving my lantern again on a rock, I will move forward maybe about 10 feet towards him with kind of my arms out.
Uh-huh. And he points over at the lantern and shrugs and kind of waves you forward.
So it's probably open flame then, Ted. So I'll pick up my lantern and I'll kind of do like a gesture, like, should I come with the lantern, and see what he says?
Yeah, he waves you. He doesn't say anything, but he waves you over, scratches at the edge of where like some of the blue crystal is at the edge of his skull. But yeah, waves you over.
Okay. Just
now
because of
my
my laundry noise over here, John, you do the talking, please.
What you doing there, bud?
Role play.
he points at the mushrooms, and he points at the stick, and he makes kind of a sawing motion with it. And then he points at his bag that has a mushroom in it, and he points to that torch, and he makes like big jazz hands.
Cool. Got it. Any reason you can't just tell us that?
He points to his mouth, and his jawbone goes up and down.
Yeah.
And nothing happens.
Who took lungs, you see.
No lungs?
No tongue, no lips.
I mean, he looks like he has, a humanoid body. Looks like just like his like neck and skull is bones.
Okay. I don't know how I do it, but I do a charade of some sort to. Well, no, because he understands me. Do you know where Ermgard is?
He scratches his head, shrugs, and points to the next room and shrugs.
I ask him, like, what about the red marks? Is that over in that direction as well? Red marks on the wall.
The cave drawings?
He shrugs. He shrugs.
But he pointed like beyond him, right?
He pointed, to the northeastern corridor.
Cool. All right. We'll be careful. We're going to head in that direction. You take care of yourself, buddy. Don't worry about the beast anymore. Handled.
He looks, he holds his arms up in surprise, slaps his skull, and is like,
yep.
Gives you 2 thumbs up.
Next time you're in Pact, feel free to make donations at the end. Our Patreon is open.
He kind of shakes his head and points at his head, shrugs.
Cool. All right. You can be a little mole. That's cool. All right.
Okay.
We're off to the northeast.
Okay.
I'm still at the western doorway with a lit torch. I guess I'll put it out. Like, can I do that? Can I just like stuff it in the dirt?
Yeah, you can shove it out, or you can put it out.
Hardcore, get on your tongue, Ted.
John, did you ask him why flame is bad with the mushrooms?
Yeah, he was like,
he went,
boom.
Jazz hands. I'm expecting an explosion.
Big jazz hands.
Yeah.
Explosive spores.
Actually, rather than put it out, I'll just pantomime. Well, I guess I can even talk to him, like you said, John. Can I go around the edge of the room, or will we get jazz hands?
And he's just like, yeah, he kind of indicates that, yeah, as long as you don't get close. And as some of you are kind of like talking with him, as you inch near these mushrooms, they start to kind of like expand. As you get, the closer you get to them, the more they kind of like swell up.
Oh, I'm putting the torch out. Never mind. That doesn't look good. I'm going to avoid mushrooms with no lit torch.
Okay. So all of you, you're able to stay clear, go around the edge of these mushrooms, leave them kind of be. And are you going to the area that he pointed to?
Yep.
Northeast,
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. So you see a long, it's a short corridor. It is a long, a long, narrow room that is, we'll say, about 60 feet wide, and at its west to east, and its widest about 40 feet north to south.
It's a cavern.
This is still cavernous, and it is filled with a few things. There are 6 barrels in this long, narrow room. They're stacked up kind of around where you're entering on the west wall. There's loose stone rubble in piles that is across the way at the eastern entrance. But what catches your attention instantly is at the center of this room, there is a floating congregation of stones. And looking through, you can kind of see in between them, there's a woman at the epicenter of these orbiting stones.
Uh-huh. That's it. Looks like a geomancer of note.
Hey, you!
One other thing you see there are 2 urns along the north wall. John, these look familiar to you.
From my dream, from my nightmare.
One of these, it looks just like the one that you stuck your hand in. Let's see. Tell me what you guys do.
Can you hear us,
Ermagerd? Where are the urns?
They're along the north wall.
Can you hear us, Ermgard?
And you can see like this. She through the cracks in these stones, her eyes are closed. You can see she's kind of like tottering. Who is there? Who is this that calls my name?
My name is Luke Skywalker. I'm here to rescue you.
Luke Skywalker.
Deep cut, John. Nice.
What movie is that from? Is that Lawrence of Arabia? Or?
I think it's Lord of the Rings. You can see inside she's just barely holding it together. She's got long black hair. She's wearing green traveling clothes, dusted with salt, like rock salt, and she's holding a metal rod. And she says, "Your savior. I've never heard of this Luke Skywalker, but you're here to help me."
The beast is destroyed. If you're doing this for your own protection, you don't have to worry anymore. I assume that you're the one that probably inadvertently caused this whole disaster.
You can see she kind of like, yeah, thanks. And she just like, you can see she just kind of collapses. The stones drop instantly at her feet. And she just collapses into a pile right there in front of you. She's all together. She doesn't like discorporate or anything, but she just,
right. All right, Ermgard.
She's all in pieces. She just can't hold herself up anymore.
What the hell happened in here, Ermgard?
She's kind of out of it.
Here, have a leech. Spleak.
I would much prefer if you had a little bit of water, perhaps.
Sure. You're a hydro homie.
That's pretty expensive in these parts. Maybe 3 gold.
Barbara, if I could just have, yes. If you share your water with her, yes, she will tell you that she is indeed Ermgard, and there was we're running short on time, so she will explain Yes, there was an accident that she was involved with in the mine. Unfortunately, as she was using her magic to split this stone, it went a little farther, and the two miners that were with her were injured. And as their blood spilled into the stone, there was a great rumbling, as if something long sleeping were awakened, or was awakened by the spilling of this blood. And that was when this creature erupted from below and has been scouring the mine ever since, attracted by sound, by light, by movement, terrorizing. She hopes that it never gets outside of the mine because it could do all kinds of damage to the thing. But you say you say you were able to defeat it.
We did, and we repaired some of the damage that it's done as well. Unfortunately, many miners have lost their lives in the ensuing rampage, but apparently you didn't know. Do you plan to continue splitting rock with magic, or are we going to go about it the old-fashioned way from this point forward?
Man, I don't want this one to be a one-shot. This is my favorite John character so far.
Barber's a little tired, old lady. What kind of spell books you carrying?
I didn't mean it that rude. I was just...
Okay. Well,
welcome, John. Welcome to. I didn't mean it that rude.
I totally support where you're coming from here, John. He's going to Hamburg will be right behind you, going, "Yeah, lady."
So, as a personal thank you, she gives you two things. She gives the rod that she was holding, right? Okay. Which is the rod of commanding stone.
Yeah.
Right?
Sick.
And she will also share with her, because she has no intention of coming back into this mine ever again. She will share the spell book that she has that contains the spell Stone Egg, which was the spell that was keeping her kind of
cool,
safe and enclosed. You could tell that she had been, at great cost to her own safety, been keeping that up and running for far too long. And you guys, I will say that you guys are able to, back in that area where you clobbered the guy, I'll say that you're able to get some of the pieces of this thing that were broken off in the attack, and you're able to get her, if you wish, able to get her out of the mine and back up and back to town.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure. Great, cool.
Does she have to kill her? Like John, you seem pretty bloodthirsty. Are you going to offer now, or?
But you can't kill her if you want.
No, I know desire to kill her. No.
No.
In fact, now that I've got all these cool magic items, I'm all for splitting rock with magic.
Yeah,
totally changed my mind.
I would like to ask her who the skull-headed dude with the crystals on his head is.
Oh, I don't know. I have seen various creatures navigating these caverns with, in various states of skeletal remains and blue stones, but I don't know where they come from. I've never seen them before.
Well, that's a mystery for another day, then.
That's right. Okay. Such is life.
Yeah.
All right.
So
let's go back to town.
So props to Amanda P. This is this thing is chock full. We had to kind of navigate through this to get this done in time for our two-shot, really. But this is great. There's still tons of mysteries left to do. What's going on with these skeletons and the blue crystals? What's going on with this Captain Enid? Who is she? Where is she? Which side of the line is she on? And Flint's will as well.
I bring Irmgard into the party and help her and use her and take out Flint's will. I think it'd be cool.
Maybe. But there's tons of stuff to do above ground as well. And now that, seemingly there's, time pressure off, this would be a great opportunity for people to like do more exploring in the cave, more exploring up above. And there, because of the choices that you guys have made, there are things kind of in the works and going on in the background that would eventually come to light as if we were playing this for a little bit longer. But that's kind of it for this module. I hope that you guys had fun. I will say that you guys are able to get back to town and get the rewards that were promised.
Oh yeah,
that was a blast, Matt.
Yeah, and we lorded it over.
Thank you again, Amanda.
Yeah, really fun, man.
Yeah, it was
Thank
very
you.
fun. And thanks to Amanda, really cool thing. Don't forget that you can check out links to purchase that down below in the description. And Cairn as well. Thank you, Yochai, for making an awesome kick-ass game to run this awesome kick-ass module.
Big time.
Yeah, and thanks, Matt, for running it. It's a pretty sweet, big milestone for 3D6, getting Matt in the GM's chair. So pretty sweet.
It was a lot of fun,
off the old bucket list. Yeah.
Well, only one person left.
One person left.
Who's that?
We all stare at David.
Who might that be, David?
We'll get there.
He's been busy.
You're saying that now, but when I'm torturing you in my Amuse-bouche, you'll say, why did we ever get David to do this?
Oh, how could that possibly be any different than torturing us in any other session?
Listen, that's true. Hey, and I'm nothing if not consistent. All right.
True.
David won't run until the most ultimately avant-garde game is developed.
Oh my God. Kierkegaard, the role-playing game.
Jesus.
I cast Mies van der Rohe.
Only your knowledge of French symbolist poetry can save you now.
All right. Well, thanks again, Matt. That was a lot of fun. All right. So thank you to our entire community out there, especially our patrons, our explorers, our delvers, and of course, especially our conquerors. Mike has the distinct pleasure tonight to read those names aloud. Go forth, Mike.
Mike.
What? Okay. Thank you. Black Knife Media, Noah Green, Chad Versluis, Phytobot, Eric Leander, Jonah Fouts, Dallas Enjoyer, Reluctant Artsy, Chris McDowell, Mark Casiglio, Dapper Dinosaur, Berwin, Glintwine, Benton, Scoom. It's Ted's turn now. Ted, say fuck ice for us.
Fuck ice.
It's so sexy.
Yeah, baby.
Lucifer, Chris Ackroyd, Jaron Goodman, Evan Leroy, Narrative Erection, Iohet, Anal Nathrak Uthvas Pendulous.
All right.
Keith Gordon, Soulslur, Ryan Gunter, Chris Harvey, Bren Kneecleaver, Sorcerius, Chris Milan DM, Cranbox, Oxian, Erica, Pop Quiz Mike. What was Nana's magic word? It is definitely pendulousness.
Still hasn't learned it. He knew it was coming up too.
Simone C. Gabliano, Onion Farmer from High Hankel, Awkward Silence. Mike Butts, Old 30 Biggest Boom Stickus, Z-Bill.
Oh, man.
John Buchek, Eric Matter, Sophia Pang, Mark Dyson, Carl Stephenson, Necrotic Gnome, Derek B, Demi L. Gabliano, Eric Manley, Iron Fox Gaming, Tyler Hackenberg, Christo Loot, Jeff, Jofo, Brutes Monkeys, Hot Dog, The Mighty Martian, Noah, Ermagerd, Just Mike, Brett Sullivan, Desiree Marcel, Grizz Loves Goblianos, Dustin Reedy, Chris Rao, Benjamin, King of Joops, MP, Todd, Nana Bananas Got Your Goat, Steve, Jeff Marino, Robert Kirkland, Eric Tsunami MD, Yesterday's Glory, Richard Barton, Christian Carter, Dungeon Maestro, Isaac, Save versus Vomit Spencer, James, Mick B, Doc Jones 73, Chris Loricella, John Hooker, Mordrew, Zachary Hall, Saps. Now it's time for the Davids. Papa Bear DM, Zach Shiflett, Mercury 605, Ruben K, Dar Jr., Procyon, Dakota Nielsen, Cam, Stephen Queesenberry, John and La Logan, Kabrowskis, Bruiser, Phil, Nakanu the Amused, Rocket Frog Eric, Nick, Jeff Szymanski, Eric Lawson, Mando NZ, Faisal Bouchareb, someday I'll nail that one, Jimbo WA, Ted Gass, Nefarious Gamer, Andrew Schroker, Jason Jones, MM, Michael Schilling, Stefano Di Maiolo, Ash Gabrielle, Jesus, smoke him if you got him, Chongus, Hex Prowler Josh is here for Ribble Meets Goats. Arno, Iona, Michael Walker, Mother of Romulus. Han Dandler is going to avoid his usual name change bit because Squid Diddler doesn't sound right. Sean Ellis, Summon Toast. R. Cabral, Dungeon Heart Adams, Scott Yearsley, Kick Maniac, Dire Grew, Tom Eric Gerritsen, Matthew Mattis, Mads the Danish Matt Dwarf's Better Than Mike, Matt Koenig, Matt Walsh, Matt Mason, and Matt Young.
Wow. Good run, Mike. Good run.
Good job, guys. Good job, Mike.
All right. It's a solidly long and pleasant list. Thank you to everyone out there for supporting us. We really do appreciate it. And thanks once again, Matt. And we will see you all next time. Take care, everybody.
See you guys.
Thanks,
guys.
Matt.
Thanks, Matt.